Welcome to the Savannah Storytellers channel, where we give you the best African talks, love stories, folklore and more. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel. We appreciate your support. Now back to the story. This story is a fictional work, set in the ancient Igbo kingdom of Olu, and tells of a remarkable journey from hardship to royalty. In the ancient Igbo kingdom of Olu, nestled between lush forests and flowing rivers, there lived a young girl named Edena. With bright eyes that sparkled like the morning sun and a laugh that could melt the hardest hearts, Edena was known and loved by all who met her. But life had not been kind to her. She had lost her parents at a tender age and was left in the care of her father's second wife, Neka. Neka, however, was not a kind woman. For reasons even she couldn't fully understand, she resented Edena deeply. Perhaps it was the way the villagers still spoke of Edena's late mother with reverence, or the quiet strength that Edena possessed despite her hardships. Whatever the cause, Neka's heart hardened against the orphan girl, and she treated her harshly. Edena was given the most grueling tasks, fetching water from the farthest streams, gathering firewood from the darkest parts of the forest, and cooking meals for the household without a single complaint. Her half-siblings, Chima and Nidi, were treated like royalty, enjoying the pleasures of childhood, while Edena worked until her hands were raw and her feet ached. Yet Chima and Nidi, unlike their mother, loved Edena dearly. They saw the injustice in how she was treated and often tried to help her in secret, sneaking her food or assisting with her chores when Neka wasn't watching. They would tell her stories to lift her spirits and remind her that she was not alone. One day, news spread throughout Olu that the old king, Izamodi, was gravely ill. The people of the kingdom were anxious, for Izamodi had no direct heirs, and the future of the kingdom was uncertain. As his health deteriorated, the chief priest of the kingdom, a man of great wisdom and revered by all, announced that the gods had delivered a message regarding the next ruler of Olu. The people gathered at the palace, their hearts heavy with anticipation. The chief priest, adorned in the sacred regalia of his office, stood before the crowd, his voice echoing through the air like thunder. "The gods have spoken," he declared, his eyes scanning the faces of those before him. "The next ruler of Olu is not one born of noble blood, but one who has endured great hardship, whose heart is pure, and whose spirit is strong. This person shall lead with wisdom and compassion, bringing prosperity and peace to our land." The people murmured among themselves, each wondering who this chosen one could be. Neka, standing in the crowd with Chima and Nidi, scoffed at the idea that someone like Edena could be chosen. But Chima and Nidi exchanged hopeful glances, for they knew their sister possessed all the qualities the chief priest had described. The chief priest continued, "The gods have revealed that this person has lived among us, unnoticed and unappreciated. This person is Edena, the orphan girl." A gasp went through the crowd as all eyes turned to Edena, who stood frozen in shock. Neka's face turned pale with disbelief, while Chima and Nidi beamed with pride. The chief priest approached Edena, placing his hand gently on her head. "Edena," he said, "the gods have chosen you to be the next ruler of Olu. Your trials have prepared you for this moment, and now you must fulfill your destiny." Tears filled Edena's eyes as she knelt before the chief priest. "I am honored," she whispered, "but I am just an orphan. How can I lead this great kingdom?" The chief priest smiled warmly. "You have the heart of a queen, Edena. The gods do not choose based on birth, but on the strength of character. Rise, for your time has come." Edena stood, her heart filled with a newfound strength. The people of Olu bowed before her, acknowledging her as their new queen. Even Neka, overcome with regret, knelt before Edena, begging for forgiveness. With the same kindness she had always shown, Edena forgave her stepmother, saying, "Your actions have only made me stronger, and I will not hold on to bitterness." As queen of Olu, Adana ruled with wisdom and compassion, bringing peace and prosperity to the kingdom. She appointed Chima and Nidi as her closest advisors, and together they worked to ensure that justice was always served and that the people were well cared for. But as she settled into her new role, Adana couldn't help but notice the presence of a young man at court who had captured her attention. His name was Obinna, the late king's nephew, who had returned to Olo from a distant land after hearing of his uncle's passing. Obinna was known for his bravery and intelligence, and many believed he would have been a strong contender for the throne had the gods not chosen Adana. Despite his own noble lineage, Obinna was humble and kind, qualities that quickly endeared him to Adana. They found themselves spending more time together, discussing matters of the kingdom, sharing stories of their pasts, and discovering a deep connection between them. Obinna admired Adana's strength and grace, while Adana was drawn to Obinna's wisdom and gentle spirit. As time passed, their bond grew stronger, and soon, whispers began to circulate around the kingdom that the queen and the late king's nephew were in love. The people of Olu, who adored both Adana and Obinna, were overjoyed at the prospect of their union. One evening, under the light of a full moon, Obinna knelt before Adana and asked for her hand in marriage. "My queen," he said, his voice filled with emotion, "you are the light that guides this kingdom, and you have become the light in my life as well. Will you honor me by becoming my wife and ruling Olu by my side?" Adana's heart swelled with love as she looked into Obinna's eyes. She knew that with him by her side, they could lead Olu into a new era of prosperity and peace. With a smile, she took his hand and replied, "Yes, Obinna, I will marry you." Their wedding was a grand celebration, with the entire kingdom rejoicing. Adana and Obinna ruled Olu together, their love and partnership bringing stability and happiness to the land. Under their reign, the kingdom flourished like never before, becoming a beacon of hope and unity in the region. Adana, once an orphan girl who had faced unimaginable hardships, ended her days as a beloved queen, surrounded by the love of her people and the man who cherished her above all else. Her story became a legend, passed down through generations as a testament to the strength of the human spirit, the power of forgiveness, and the enduring truth that love can conquer all. Moral lesson: Adana's journey from an orphan girl to the Queen of Olu teaches us that true strength lies not in our circumstances, but in our character. Despite the hardships she faced, Adana remained kind, resilient, and forgiving, which ultimately led her to greatness. The story reminds us that no matter where we come from or what we endure, we all have the potential to rise above our challenges and achieve our destiny. It also underscores the importance of forgiveness and love, which can heal old wounds and pave the way for a brighter future. If you like this story, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. We'd like to hear from you. Drop a comment on what you think about this story. See you next time.